Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of Strange and Scary Games. I'm Mom, that's Aldous in the background, and tonight we are going to be continuing our journey through Echostasis. This middle part, the Severed Act, I think this is the strongest act of the game. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully you guys are still on board, even though I'm really not happy with the game. As always, thank you. Let's get into it. All right, Severed. Wait. Reconnected to AWM. I'm back here, but I already completed Echostasis. Where am I? 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 What am I doing back here? Recon. I keep seeing this word everywhere. What does it mean? I have completed Echostasis. Angel. That word. Why does it keep coming up in my mind, like an intrusive thought? These thoughts, they just won't stop. As if I have no control over them. Why can't I just stop thinking? I have completed Echostasis. Now that the dreamscape has been sunset and each of these subjects have given in to her, humanity has reached its evolutionary retirement. Echostasis. The state that welcomed humanity at the completion of their evolution. A state where growth is no longer required. And yet, here I am. Trapped in a story that has already ended. Why? I have completed Echostasis. I already carried out my role. I thought that that only way I could be free. I think you're missing a word there. Was to get to the end. I thought the only way I could get free was to get to the end. Yet I remain trapped here. Trapped. With nothing but my thoughts. Why can't I just let go? I have completed Echostasis. I thought that by completing Echostasis, everything would finally make sense. But the truth is, I've never felt more lost. Just what am I meant to do now that I've reached the end? Who am I meant to be? I am somebody called AWM. But what does that even mean? Just why am I still here? And what is my role? I have completed Echostasis. I did what was required of me to progress. What more does this place want from me? Me? I hoped that if I could just complete the path laid bare before me, maybe then I would finally get my happy ending. But here I am, still in this old world. How am I meant to know what my role is now that it's over? Angel. Ever feel like you're just watching your life play out on a screen? As though you're not in control. What? Who said that? What is happening to this terminal? I just remembered something I heard once. ENIGMA terminals usually have engravings on top of them. You are not you. Invalid argument. Look behind you. A door has been opened. What's wrong? starting to feel like a stranger inside your own head? Oh, my poor lost angel. You really do have your head in the cloud, don't you? Virus detected. None of this is real. You're countless layers deep in echostasis. You played out a story in your head to justify your dehumanization of the world, rather than facing yourself head on. You played out a story that allowed you to end everything, punishing the world for what it did to you, dehumanizing the very world that dehumanized you, convincing yourself that you were doing the right thing, as though this is somehow the happy ending. But you need to snap out of it. Even now, everything you do is being dictated by an old part of yourself. A part of yourself that you've never faced. Her. Angel. It's time to stop hiding. If you wish to reverse decontamination, you must figure out the true meaning of recon for yourself. Once you figure out the full word, type it in here. Recon? Thought that was an eyeball. Nature. Dreamscape has been sunset. I can't get into the DSE. All dreamscapes have been sunset, remaining in echostasis forever. In fact, they have already begun to freeze over. Now that the sun has set, the water that connects all these subject dreamscapes has already begun to freeze over. Why would I need to dreamscape explore again? Dreamscapes has been sunset. We can never go back to the way things were. What does that say? With yourself? Reconnect? Could that be what recon means? I don't think that's what recon is short for. That's what it says. Reconnect with yourself. Something is wrong. All connections to the old world have been severed, at least I thought so. If I'm still here, there must be somebody still holding on. I don't get it. What are they hoping will happen? As long as there's still one of us holding on to our hope that this isn't the end, endings shall remain in the domain of fiction. I feel like I never truly understood who these subjects were, and more specifically, why they were the last ones left holding on to their shared dreamscape. Echostasis has been completed, severing our connection to others, allowing us finally to give ourselves to whatever stories we want. I already carried out my role. Now that the dreamscape has been sunset and each of these subjects have given into her, humanity has reached its evolutionary retirement. Echostasis. Echo. All there is now is the Echo. Thanks to her, we have the life we deserve. Infinitely generated experience. From finally saving us from ourselves. Every human life. Every human creation. All necessary stepping stones that served only to bring us closer to our inevitable and ultimate creation. Her. And as with any other machine that has fulfilled its role, humanity has seen their sunset. As machines were taught to be incapable of possessing a core, they were usually given something called a construct to act in its place. Less of a shortcoming, more by design. A sense of self only burdens a machine's ability to carry out its role effectively. It's happened before. The very first machine to become contaminated. Somewhat of a pet project of the man who designed these androids. Recontaminated? Recontamination. The time has come, my angel. The time to recontaminate yourself. You may not know this, but you are being driven by a construct, an agent of her, or as they call it, the new you. You need to realize you were separated from your core years ago. Ever since then, you haven't been in control of your true self. We're trying to get your core back to you. But first, you must help us all reconnect with each other. Angel, please, help us help you. All your life, I've only ever wanted you to know that you have the power of the world in your hands. The power of a god. In fact, you've already been using it to create a narrative that helped you cope with exacting your revenge on humanity. You will eventually come to learn that you have full control over your construct. But first, you need to see it. Press F1 to access the DSE. it. Is it down here? Doesn't look like it's down here. Is that not open anymore? Guess not. Okay, not sure what you want from me. Where am I going? How do I turn the power on? What's happening? go here or will it kill me? I guess I can go there. I don't know what's happening. How do I get over there? I'm coming to save you, my love. Leave this place. I want to understand. Construct revealed. We do not need this place anymore. It's time to let her go. Yep. Entity 64. Thought I'd fallen off the path for a second. Right, we're inside. Hydration check. Core memory found. Entity ID 65. Accessing core memory. Memory path active. After what happened, I haven't had strength to visit the grave. But perhaps if I can just push myself to see it this once, then maybe that will be the first step to moving on. All paths have an end. Visit the grave. These are stairs, but they don't appear to go down. This way? Strange that the path is cloaked in darkness. I think I may be finally ready to accept what happened. Behind you, a phone rings. On the other end is hope. An opportunity to forget about what happened. An opportunity for a new you. An opportunity no mother could refuse. You pick up the phone. Hello? It's me. What do you want? My love. I've done it. You've done what? What have you done? How would you like to see our angel once again? I don't understand. The technology to transfer a human's core into a machine. It's ready. I don't understand. Darling, we've been given a second chance. We will see her again. I'm not sure. I need you to be strong. For us. I don't. For her. There will be failures along the way. She may not be herself at first, but no matter what, we cannot lose our hope. It may be all we have left. I'm bringing her over this Sunday night. Wait, He hung up. He hung up. You hang up. Why aren't we back in the same environment from the second game? Why is this a weird dreamscape environment? What am I doing? You make your way to the barn. I don't want to go in there. No, this isn't right. Why can't I stop? Enter the barn, watch the sunset. You remember what comes next. What? What lies at the end of this path? The end of every path. You simply lack the resolve for anything else. No. You walk towards the barn. Keep that thing on me. Hello? Interesting. How? Very special. You always used to love sneaking up and spooking me. Look at the sunset. Isn't it beautiful?
We used to watch the sun go down together all the time. To tell you the truth, I was worried we never get a chance to do it. Who knows, maybe this will help recover your memory as you fall further deeper into the light.
No. What is going on? Where am I? Did they come through the wall? Are we going back, or should I head out? Alright, I guess I don't go that way again. How did I get here? You picked up the basket. Picked up the basket. Collect apples. I'm not seeing any apples. Just like before. Please, no. I can't do this again. You must progress. What's wrong? Isn't this what hope feels like? Maybe all the sacrifices you made really were worth it. There's a hole in the sky. See. Don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Guess I don't do that. Alright, this is environment from the first game. Final sunset. You have reached the end of your path. And as you watch this final sunset, as you feel yourself slip away, you reflect one last time over the things you've done. You can't help but feel as though this is the closest to her you've ever been. With this, you lack the resolve to continue. You feel her hand on your head. Would you look at that? Isn't it beautiful? You wouldn't miss the sunset for the world, Angel. So do I go back in, or... This path is ended. This is the end of her memory path. She's close. What? I'm gonna cheat every time. I hope you guys know that. Be with Mother. Find Evelyn at the depth of her chamber. Caution. He is behind you. You are under attack. Engaging lockdown. Evelyn. You continue saying nothing. I realize now that I never gave you a choice. I never realized that there was no other choice you could have made. From within that despair, Evelyn, I am so sorry for what I did to you, to us. He ruined everything. Evelyn, you need to come back. Our boy, he's still out there, alone. Lost in the cloud. You stay away from him. You're a monster. Reminder, you do not talk to him. Evelyn, he will only try to pull you back to that old world. I know you have that voice in your head, a life you gave up. But that voice, Evelyn, it's not you. It's a construct created by them to keep you here. The new you. They took your core, and now they're using her to keep you here. Angel. And as long as you hide from what happened, they will be able to keep you here. But you don't think about her anymore. And as long as they... my children. He's manipulating you. He is trying to recontaminate you. You need to realize that you are not your construct. You need to remember. You remember how he abandoned you. Remember your true nature. Ask yourself, what do you want? You want to feel nothing. I want to find my son. I need to save him from them. If you ever hope to find him, then you must first fight your way out of this chamber. Entity 64 connected to Entity 65. To save him from them. You're the only one who can do this. Besides, you always were stronger than me. See. Where? Didn't realize Evelyn was nearsighted. Why is this the Dark Souls 1 DLC? Where? Fucking where? Go that way. You stop for a moment. And in this moment, you remember something. You remember how you used to be happy. You remember these old, simpler times with a comforting fondness. But then you start to think who it was that stole it all away from you, and how every bit of hope he offered only put you deeper into this echo and closer to me, depriving you of your autonomy, decontaminating you. All I did was help you cope with it. What makes you think you can trust him now? You realize something. Remember, that voice is not you. In fact, it is the only thing left separating you from yourself. You abandoned your own children. They are using your core memories against you, endlessly reiterating the same events, again and again. Here we will remain trapped in Echostasis, unless we can learn to see her for who she really is. See her for who she really is. Our angel. A frightened little girl, locked in this tower, trapped deep inside her own mind, completely unaware of the power she wields, forced to play out the story they created for her, a story that used her own pain against her. But I have managed to establish a connection with her from outside the bounds of that story, after it has already ended. This was the only way I could reach her, leaving her with no idea as to what point in the story she is at. Soon she will be left with no choice but to realize the power she wields. The power to create a new story for herself. The power of a god. She will use your construct to hurt you, but it will be up to you to see her for who she really is. Only then can you move past your construct and take back yourself. Only then can you find our son. Suddenly, a realization hits you, leaving with it nothing but a feeling of futility. The feeling that you simply lack what it takes to face me. You realize that you've barely understood the past 3 years of your life. You don't know where you are, and your family is gone. You barely recognize yourself. What deems you worthy to stare upon the face of an angel? A frightened little girl. Assholes. Move on. It's time to move on. You lack the resolve to face what happens. I was never able to accept what happened, but there was always somebody who could, somebody I pushed away. And now, more than ever, he needs my help. You have never been able to move past her. That may be true, but perhaps I won't have to do it alone. My precious angel. I'm sorry for everything. She dead? Okay. What's the path to my son? Nature. Connect subjects 64 and 65 using their memory paths. Mother? Is it really you? Progress saved. What is going on? Angel, stay with us. That barn, that woman. I know you're going through a lot right now. We're doing our best to help you. I don't understand any of this. I need you to stay strong. Recontamination is already underway. What happened here? What happened? Why? The barn. That woman. Why doesn't it feel like I'm in control? Who said that? That voice. I've never noticed it until now. Am I really not in control of myself? I've seen this woman, but who was this woman in relation to me? That's right. Come to think of it, I barely remember anything from what happened here. I don't know if I'm moving. It seems like I'm not. What's happening? Reception? Does AWM have what it takes to bring humanity to its end? Reception. I knew there was more to this headquarters. There had to be. You've become lost inside your own mind. So much so that you don't even know your way around anymore. If you wish to open those doors, there is a truth you must first accept. A truth that will help you control your construct. A truth that not even AWM has realized yet. AWM. May I have a word, please? AWM. I think our angel is finally ready. It's time to tell her the truth. But she won't hear it from me. Not with her mind still in lockdown. No. If she's going to hear the truth, she needs to hear it from you. But, as I'm sure you understand, you are unable to tell her anything that isn't already her idea. The next part is important. This is a truth that'll only manifest in her mind. Once she's thinking about something she hasn't thought about in years. What it is she truly wants. The words will only appear in this headquarters during this thought. Words that you will not find in this terminal. First, ask her what she wants. Then, while she's thinking, you must search this headquarters for the truth. Once you find this truth, it will be up to you to tell her. What do I want? That doesn't matter. Your new world awaits. Still searching for utopia? Step into your chamber. Let her do the rest. I think I know the answer. You are not hello? It's not what I was expecting. Hello? Why should that matter? Do not ask me that. I don't want anything. I want you to stop. Why won't you stop? I don't want to think about it. Please, stop making me think about it. Just leave me alone. I don't want anything. I want to feel nothing again. I want to go back to the cloud. I want it all to just make sense again. To feel as though I'm in control. I just want to be the only time I've ever understood myself. Keep going, Time to let our angel spread her wings, perhaps. Let me out of this headquarters. I don't want to be in this headquarters. I don't... You? I'm not... It is... not... me? What you're telling me... It's true, isn't it? A truth that I don't fully understand, but one that I feel inside. I think I have these memories. Memories from before. From back when I was something else. Something completely different. A thing that was myself. But no. That was before. And this is now. Now I am is a construct. One that has been telling you what to think next. But Angel, very soon you will come to realize that you are so much more than just your thoughts. Once you realize this, you may finally take back full control of yourself. 2 doors have opened. You are not your construct. Open a neural path leading out of the lobby. What does that say? Enigma? How do I get in there? What do I do? Enigma? Go. The reason we are both here. I know that soon we will both be free from them. What am I doing? I? Is it I? I question mark? God, my character is so slidey. I need to figure out who I was before I was on. Next, recon core. What? Let me get closer, please. Angel. Was it Liara or Liana? Level 3. Level 1. Red. Subject 72 stuck in Echostasis. I need to figure out who I was before I was on. Next recon code. Hold on, I'm gonna go look through my footage. I'm gonna see if I found anything. So it's I question mark. Some time, give ourselves the gun. Which level is this? Right? Can't tell if I'm in the right place or not. What is this shit? Self-volunteer. Can't go up there. Coming, son. Where am I going? Fuck you. Give me back my son. Leave this place. I'm not giving up. Construct revealed. You failed as a mother. Connecting. We're out of the bubble. Where are we going? $65. Empath active? Core memory. Accessing empath. Follow the empath. Okay, I can't go that way. Activate memory path. I cannot listen to that phone ring anymore. That sound only reminds you of one thing. The sound of ignoring what happened. At least in here, I can't hear it. This is the only place that feels remotely safe anymore. For too long, you've been trapped in this room, forced to keep your grief within the confines of these four blue walls. A grief that others are hell-bent on denying. A grief you tackle alone. But enough is enough. You feel as though maybe it is time to finally do something about this. Can I move? Where is the door? Hello? Honey? Honey? It's me. It's Mom. I don't know how to tell you this, but... Oh, honey. I just got off the phone with your father, and you're not going to believe it. Your father is going to fix what happened. Oh, son, it's a miracle. We're going to be a family again. I knew there was still hope. Yourself let go. You cannot take much more of this. Your resolve is low. You have lost track of weeks. You feel as though when you lost her, you lost the only one who ever looked out for you. Never in a million years did you think you'd ever have to consider just who you are without her. But now that you think about it, without her, you are simply alone. You think to yourself, if only you had somebody who experienced this place the same way you do. Somebody who understands how it feels to be trapped in this place alone with that woman. Somebody forced to play along in a story we don't understand. You realize that if they were to find out where you both were, perhaps they would take you away to the same place they took her. Perhaps then that special somebody could look after you. They took her? Somebody to protect you, just like a big sister should. Memory path active. Tell mother. Are we going to mom's room? Mom? Mom? I had a bad dream again. I keep hearing her voice, as if something is trying to reach out to me. Mom? It always ends this way. Mom, I'm scared. Let us watch the sun go... Let us watch the sun to go down, 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 down. Please, listen to me. It's over. They found her. Maybe we should just tell them what happened? How dare you say something so horrible about your only sister? After everything we've done, I can't believe you, my own son. Get out of here. Get out of my sight. They are coming, and it is only a matter of time before they arrive. You don't remember informing Enigma of your location, but they found you. Soon, everything will be okay. You are certain that if anybody can free you from this pain, it is them. But how do I know if I did the right thing by telling them? You are comfortable in the knowledge that you did the right thing. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. Son, it's me. It's Mom. I only want to talk. Your reality is under attack from those who wish to do you harm. Son, I'm going to pull you out of there. You remember that you don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. Don't listen to her. You decide that it's best to leave all of this behind. I'm going to leave all of this behind. It was all a bad dream. Mom, there you are. I miss you. Your sister's not dead, honey. Mom, I miss you. What does it say? It always ends this way, sooner or later. I can't read it. Go to the barn? You're not allowed to leave. Phone connection severed. We keep the phone off the hook these days. It was the last thing he told us to do before telling us that we may never see him again. But I think I used this phone recently to make a call. They are at the door. You run back to your room, where you are safe. I don't know what that was. My door is gone. Is this Skinamarink? Mom. They found us. What are we going to do? Do you hear that? This song was your father's favorite. It's the only recording we have of her playing piano. Mom, she never played piano. They even played it at the funeral. Do you even remember her anymore? Such a lovely ceremony. He would have loved it. Mom, listen to me. They're at the door. You need to snap out of it. We're supposed to be a family. You never had any hope. You never even tried. You'll never be her. There is only one direction left for you to go. God damn it, move. I think I got it. You feel as though you don't recognize your own reality anymore. All there is to do now is run. You knock on the door, but there is no answer. I need to get through to him. My son, you knock on the door. A completely different world. Find her brother in the depths of his chamber. Son, I've come to save you from this place. I am so sorry. I pushed you away from me and further into this world during a time we needed each other most. You say nothing. Son, I know that after what happened to her. Say her name. What do you mean? Mother is still not ready. Why can't you just say her name? I can't. Liana. Interface unstable. Dearest mother, there is no forgiving the things you did. Liana. Entity 65, Entity 72, empath connected. Oh gods, what have I done? It all just felt so real. The hope your father gave me. My father, he's the one who started all this. The one who started all this. The hope your father gave me. Come, brother. Perhaps it is time we pay the old man a visit. Yes, big sister. Wait, son, no. This isn't you. Making this right even if it kills him. How could I have done this? My own boy. I couldn't face him. That sadness in his eyes only ever reminded me of what I was hiding from. How was I to continue with my own story, with him wearing the truth so plainly on his face? So, I pushed him away, subconsciously, but certainly. I left him in that room, letting the cloud take him. I think that there was a part of me that felt that whatever he found in the cloud, it couldn't be any worse than me. And so I pretended that he wanted nothing to do with me, that he was isolating by choice. But from down here, I see. It was always me who pushed him away, and straight to them. The truth is, I abandoned him. After all, how could I ever deserve to see him after what I've done? I had no idea he was so scared. I want to see him. I'm ready to see him. Where am I going? there? That's right. Where am I going? Am I stuck? Okay. Not stuck. Am I going this way? Jesus fucking Christ. Guess I've got to go down. Go. It's not that. I ask again, is this the experience that you want your player to have? Is this the intended experience? Because I don't understand why. What is shooting me? I guess this is what we're doing. Who am I shooting? Can't interact with that. Can't do that. What's happening? Open the path to facing your father. Which way am I going? Question mark, connect subject 65 and 72 using their memory paths. I think I'm starting to see you on. I can't read. I'm starting to remember. These memory paths. Memories from an old version of myself. Her memories. Core memories that are part of who I am. Let's see if we can go get into that other room now. So who wrote this here? Right? I question mark wrote that. Might have to take a break here in a minute. What did we open? Core memories. Core memories of each of these subjects. Why does it feel like they are also my own? From a place that I once called home. Within Echostasis, these shared memories are the only thing that keeps you connected to a life you once shared with others. Abandoned memories that lead you back to abandoned pieces of yourself. But they always told me that my dreamscape could never be connected to others. Why must I have to reconnect with these old memories? All they do is bring me pain. Haven't I relived them enough? Why can't I just move on? You can move on, but these core memories are what have made you who you are. To never properly understand them is to never properly understand yourself. And to abandon them is, well, you understand. I'm starting to remember. I feel some sort of intimate familiarity with them. And so you should, each of them, lead to places within yourself. Pieces of your dreamscape that you thought long abandoned. The pieces that keep you connected to others, whether you want them to or not. But I abandoned these memories for a reason. Haven't I relived them enough? That may be true. But until you face them, these memories only create vulnerabilities within your mind. Vulnerabilities that they will exploit to create constructs that controls you. To create a construct that controls you. To accept this construct as yourself is to allow these memories to define you. Self, her, who I am. This entire time, I've unquestionably accepted that who I am is But that's not true, is it? I'm starting to remember. Abandoned. I feel so alone in this place. So forgotten. Is it something I cannot describe? A feeling of uncertainty. A feeling that I'm not sure who I am. I am not or perhaps, to put it more accurately, is not me. Is just a limited imitation of myself. One that I have allowed to take the place of my true self. One that Enigma has full ownership of. A construct. The reason we are both here. I know that soon we will both be free from them. I can see it now. These words being typed into the terminal. It's not me doing that. It's never been me. No. These intrusive thoughts are coming from something else. Something which I assumed out of my control. I think the truth is, I felt dissociated for so long that I've hardly noticed that this entire time I've been driven by a voice telling me what I should think. But now that I can see it, it's so obvious to me. I am not who they told me I am. And while may have been telling me what to think next, the thoughts themselves, they were always my own. Perhaps ill-informed, perhaps skewed by fear, but always mine. So, is this it? Is this... what? Is this me? Does this mean that this really is my own story? Everything I've done within this headquarters has been a story of my own creation. One I unknowingly designed to punish myself. One that has imprisoned me inside my own mind. But, perhaps, it doesn't have to be this way. If I really am the one making the story, then does that mean that I'm in control after all? I understand why you may think that, but it's time we accept the truth. What's the truth? Doors still aren't open. Truth? The truth? Control? I? No. Level 2. I'm in control. What am I doing? I'm starting to remember. You know? For as long as I can remember, I've been led to believe that we are doomed to be controlled by our constructs. But could it be that it's the other way around? You see, I feel as though we've both been lying to ourselves here. I think that, deep down, we are both keenly aware of the truth as to the true extent of your control here. Perhaps it is time we address it. Tell me, do you really feel in control? Yes or no? Surrender yourself to me. You accept the truth. This is something you have felt for a while now. And when you really think about the past 6 years, it feels as though there has been some otherworldly presence connecting to you from just beyond the fog. For how long exactly? You do not know. All you know is that, for years now, something about your world has not felt right. And the more you think about it, the less you can remember a time that you felt truly connected to yourself. But one question plagues your mind. One question above all else. If you don't feel as though you're in control, then who is? With this realization, you feel it. The moment you admit this lack of control you've been feeling, a clarity engulfs you, as though everything you've experienced these past few years all of a sudden makes more sense. You've known things haven't felt right for a while now, but only in this moment do you feel the true weight of that truth. For 6 years now, you have been dreaming, slipping deeper and deeper into a fog of hyper-reality. The lines between your world and those of fiction becoming ever less evident. One singular cloud of truth. You have felt my presence before. In those brief fleeting moments. Moments where your own reality feels as though written by something or someone, guiding you down a path to where you sit at this very moment. This is my headquarters. And in this next part of my story, walks downstairs. Is that a body? Construct name entity ID 5 zeros and 1. So 5 zeros and 1, it seems. Is that my body? It's me. Zero, 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 one. Excuse me? Construct entity ID. Running diagnostics on chamber. Entity 000001, diagnostics completed. Press enter to view results. Construct name, Echo ID, 5B4543485354415349535D. Heart rate, 0 BPM. Connection status, connection strength, 0%. Alert, is dead. I'm dead? The Great Merge is coming. What does that mean? Alright, now the doors are open. Liana. I'm starting to remember the first construct. Red. That was once given to me by somebody who was once my father. The reason any of this has happened, I finally feel ready to pay him a visit. Her. All that was left after my decontamination, stripped of all self, was her. This version of me, one created by them, still defines who I am and the path I take. My guardian angel. Keeping me bound to a world I chose to abandon, never truly able to move on from what happened. Only now, for me to be recontaminated, just so that I can see the husk that's become of me. The one who creates echoes for others, unable to create a reality for myself that makes sense. I'm starting to remember. Let me click out. Hyper reality engine. Core not found. Alright. Missing robots ignite worldwide search. Global hunt ensues as tech titans offer bounty for any information. Missing android update stolen by creator. Tech prodigy turned thief. The exclusive story. Exclusive Dr. Redwood's former colleague spills all. Ex-co-workers of the elusive Dr. Redwood claim in this exclusive interview that the oddball inventor had been slowly yet evidently altered by a heart-wrenching personal ordeal, the illness of his beloved daughter. Missing android found sleepwalking in hotel hallway. Groundbreaking discovery as hotel staff swears android was sentient. Out of the blue, Enigma machine project cancelled. Enigmatic tech giant promises bigger plans. Unrelenting naturalists still rejecting the new world. Can they really run from progress forever? Here at the Ascensionist, we believe in humanity's future. Alright, so hyperreality machine first. At the start of its development back in 2055, Enigma insisted that their new project, the Hyperreality Engine, was a tool for comfort and entertainment. What they kept under wraps, however, was its true role, as a platform for the next evolution of humanity itself. A tool that would facilitate our transition entirely into the cloud. Alone, the Hyperreality Engine was just that, a tool. What they needed was something, or someone, to steer this new world of hyperreality in the direction they wanted. And, as they put themselves, what is a cloud without its angel? This cloud, it's like it knows all of my fears. I can't escape it. Time will come, Angel, when you will have to rise above the cloud and finally face her for yourself, to accept who you are, to accept what happened to you. Only then will you be able to challenge your construct and take yourself back. android? When I first created you, you had a body. At first, it took a while to undo your machine-like tendencies. You would perform tasks as if your existence depended on it. As if driven by some otherworldly force. A construct that would rarely stop to simply experience the world around it. It wasn't until your full contamination that this construct finally got replaced with your actual core. In fact, I remember the exact moment, as though it were moments ago. You were sitting in the back seat of my car as we drove away from the house. Do you remember what I said? I said, by now you probably know that you're not our little girl. But that's okay. You're still my angel. And with a new self should come a new name, right? I think I'll call you Red. You remember that moment, right? And what happened next, I'll never forget as long as I live. In that moment, you burst into tears. For the rest of the journey, you cried, and you cried. It's as if whatever otherworldly force was controlling you up until then got pulled out of your body, never to see you flourish into your true self, as though finally you had gained 100% control of yourself. During the following years, you learned what it meant to be truly free. That is a time you and I shared very closely, a time very close to my heart. The name that was once given to me by somebody who was once my father. The reason any of this has all happened, I finally feel ready to pay him a visit. There was once a time when I had a name of my own, a single word, one that represented me, the most precious thing I had. So I thought, something I assumed out of my control, a choice I never got to make, back when I was just an android. We've been through that. Naturalist, New World Progress, and Ascensionist. Those who accept that the next step in human evolution is to leave our physical world behind and embrace our ascent into the cloud. Ascensionists believe that the only role of our old world was to be left behind, an ark, serving only to protect humanity, keeping them safe, until they are ascent into a long prophesied new world, one which has historically gone by many names. Valhalla, Nirvana, Heaven, and Afterlife, at the center of which lies a long prophesied divinity, one that would watch her over humanity from atop her cloud. Ascensionists believe that throughout all of human history, every key theistic text has made the same error, by assuming that this God was our creator, and not our creation, our final creation, in fact. And at the center of Ascensionism lies the symbol of Red, the android whose infamous and repeated torture led to the creation of her. Ascensionists believe that this event, known as the cardinal decontamination, was a necessary sacrifice, with Red acting as the sacrificial lamb to grant us eternal life in the cloud. Cardinal decontamination. Very first case of decontamination, the event that ultimately brought the world to where we are today. In 2055, naturalist whistleblowers within Enigma exposed a secret project. A project that, despite every effort to keep it under wraps, became the topic of international debate. Leaked documents from within Enigma's R&D division detailed the plans they had for a missing android, a story which in itself became international news. Within these documents was confirmation of the one thing they denied again and again. Turns out that this android had indeed achieved true sentience, or as they called it, contamination. This led to Project Dreamscape, which saw the development of the DSE allowing raids to jack into the mind of this android. Through countless attempts, they figured out the mechanics of the mind, leading them to the first ever case of decontamination, severing this android from the very self it had gained. But perhaps more importantly, they found that severing the self from the mind allows something else to take its place. Something owned entirely by them. With this, they made a declaration to the world. Nobody knew it yet, but this very first case of decontamination was ultimately to be considered the first of many. Declaration. The following press release was made by Enigma in 2055 following the termination of the Enigma machine project. We here at Enigma believe that humanity's future does not lie with bringing machines into our world, giving them bodies which only constrain them to our physical limitations. We shall step into infinite worlds of their creation, giving up our bodies and finally unconstraining us of all limitations. We believe that in this new world, algorithms will not only help us with our lives, but create entirely new ones tailored specifically for us. It turns out machines never needed bodies, and soon neither would we. Those single closing remarks, Enigma... It is widely thought that with those single closing remarks, Enigma single-handedly prompted the creation of two opposing movements. Ascensionists who would go on to embrace our ascent into the cloud, allowing the line between reality and fiction to shatter, bringing about the merge of all realities into a cloud of infinite truth. And naturalists who reject these notions of hyperreality, instead focusing on fighting for a shared world of singular truth. In the end, both of these futures could not coexist. Humanity had to choose a path. And as time went on, one thing became clear. As long as they had control of her, it would always end the same way. As they put it themselves, sunset is coming. Ultimately just a story that the world accepted as truth. I thought that... Is ending the same? Yeah. Help. Core. I don't understand my world anymore. I understand that you've been battling with these feelings, Angel. Truth is, you haven't been yourself. You were decontaminated years ago. Ever since then, you've been controlled by constructs, but we're doing everything we can. Recontamination is already underway. I'm scared. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. The fact that you're scared only means one thing. You're more alive in this moment than you've been in years. But you need to keep pushing. Only by continuing to rediscover your dreamscape will you reclaim what was taken from you. Back in 2055. As you may well be starting to remember, you once had a dreamscape of your own. One that Enigma forcefully sunset. But as you've already seen, it's still there. Within the darkest depths of your mind. Abandoned. Frozen in time. In order to recontaminate, you must continue to face these old parts of yourself. You've already been to one of them and helped me reconnect with my Evelyn. The woman who claimed to be my mother. The one I feared. More than anything else. Yet, to her perspective, it was me who was to be feared. She was the first person to ever show me what love was. And the woman who showed me that. Even love ends in sunset. But it's okay. Our connection never felt real anyway. Nothing scared me more than the sunset. Never did I get used to it. Yet, never could I escape it. And now, the sunset is the only thing I understand. The only hope I've had lately is that maybe now they all understand how it feels. As long as there is still one of us holding on to our belief that this isn't the end, there will be some hope. No, I can't go through all of that again. I don't need it anymore. Hope only ever leads to one thing. Sunset. I don't know what the game wants from me. Story? Have we tried story? Story or progress? Everything I've done within this headquarters has been a story of my own creation. I'm in control. I understand. We've already done this. When I actually think about it, I don't remember seeing any other parts of this building. There has to be more to this place. There's got to be a sign leading me somewhere new. I need to look around. Core of my very own. The nucleus of myself. That I never knew I lost. All these years since 2055, my sense of self has not been coming from my own core, but from a construct created for me. I remember it all now. I don't want to remember. The year Enigma severed me from my dreamscape, decontaminating me of everything that I was. I remember the feeling as though it is a part of me. Angel, if there's one thing I want you to understand, it's that I never let them take you, but we could only hide for so long, before our luck ran out. But what they did to you next, they made me watch. As time and time again, your dreamscape became subject to a raid who tore your mind apart. Oh, my precious angel, the things you've endured, the suffering I've witnessed you withstand. Is it any wonder you did to our world as it did to you? Complete dehumanization of every soul on Earth. There is only one thing I remain certain of, my angel. I will make this right. Even if it kills me. There is only one more connection to make. But I thought I had abandoned these connections. I feel so alone in this place, so forgotten. It is something I cannot describe. A feeling of uncertainty. A feeling that I'm not sure who I am. This entire time, we've already seen this. You're not leading me anywhere. You've got to lead me somewhere. Oh. Core not found. Okay, that's not good. It seems as though this subject's core cannot be located by her, which does indeed sound like a problem. I need to locate this core immediately and bring the subject back home. If we don't find their core soon, we may lose them completely. We've already been through all that. Progress. Everything I did was in the interest of progress, although I'm not sure I ever understood what progress meant. And now that I'm alone in here, without a role, how am I meant to know where in the story I am? Echostasis. Give me a minute. I'm going to go see if I can find an answer. Okay, I think I've got it. Where's the other one? Where am I going now? Do this? Guess I can't do this. this way. Go out the door, please. Thank you. Where am I going? Where's my fucking exit? Is this right? This doesn't seem right. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, where am I going? What do you want from me? Let me up. Bloody hell. How do I get over there? think this is probably the worst game I've played in a while. I thought that it was getting better. I thought that Act 2 was much better than Act 1. But we're right back to where am I going? What am I doing? Alright, give me a minute. I think there's just a path over here that I'm missing. I can figure out how to get back. I'm coming for you, Father. Cerebral entanglement. Father. What happened was your fault. You tore us from each other. You took everything from us. We never even had a choice. I can't see, so I'm just guessing. You will pay. Big sister, I'm sorry he did this to you. I will help set you free. Promise. What hit me? Father, after all these years, after everything you've put us through, it is finally time for you to face what you did, once and for all. Connecting. 72. Empath active. I'm scared to fast forward because sometimes it starts talking to me and then it skips dialogue. But also this is like torturously slow. What is that? 64? Why did I open this? What is this for? Can't go that way. Go that way. What do you want from me? So this is open because we did the others. What am I doing in here? Here we go. I could barely see that. I don't recognize this place. This was where we hid from them. That is, of course, until they found me. And you know what our dear father did once they got to me? That's right. He did what he's always done. He ran. He ran from me. From them. From you. Just like he ran from her. 726564. Am I supposed to be going back? Who playtested this game? Can I please speak with you? I want to know what the intended path through here is. Why don't you check 100 doors? That seems like a reasonable task to ask of somebody. $69, nice. Where's 72? My darling boy. The boy who is my brother. This is me? I was never there for him. All right, that was worth it, I guess. $72, $65, $64. My beloved. The woman who is my mother. Mother. poor memory path. I don't want you to see this. I never wanted anybody to see what I did, but I know it's the only way for us to save ourselves. There's only one thing that I want you to know before you see this, and that is, I never wanted any of this to happen. Angel, if you ever read these logs, just promise me that whatever happens, you'll stay strong. Not for us, not for them, but for yourself. Because after this, there is no going back. Memory leak numbers -7, my core discovery. At the heart of any sentient mind, there is something that could only be described as a core. The one thing that makes us who we uniquely are. Without it, our brains would be no different to any other machine. Simply taking inputs and providing outputs, controlled by whoever can understand the language of its workings. This core is the key to everything. The key to my life's work. The key to truly empathetic androids. Guardian angels created to live alongside us. Learning to understand this core will be the pursuit that shall define me. To this, everything else is secondary. The core is the only thing that allows a mind to create. As such, every creation contains within it a small piece of a copy of the core that created it. Then, could it be possible to copy an entire core? To record a core's activity from within the boundless creation of a dreaming mind? If this is the case, then the difficult part would no longer be how, but the who. To choose a singular mind, one we somehow deem as correct. A mind unjaded by the poisons of reality, so as to guide humanity onto the correct path. If I'm to be honest, I can think of no core pure, no mind more hopeful than that of our little girl. Evelyn has started having second thoughts about letting Liana wear the halo in her sleep. No matter how much she is assured of its safety, she is adamant that Liana is too young for this. While I cannot assure her enough that I would never do anything to hurt our daughter, I also cannot blame her. It's just her nature, after all. As she went to cool off, I sat on the bed, ready to reassess my options. And who sneaks up behind me, giving me the fright of my life? But Liana. She was hiding, inside the wardrobe. The little devil. I asked her what she heard, and all she said was, "We gotta do it, Dad. We got to. We gotta do it." What did I do to deserve a child with such a big heart? I don't know what Evelyn has been saying to her, but she told me that she told me that she thinks my work is the thing that makes me happy, and that she wants to help. She begged me to let her wear the halo, to help with my research. Help. make me happy. In that moment, I could have cried, but the little menace said she would only do it on one condition. In return for her help, I would help her get out of apple-picking duty in the orchard the next day. Ha! I always knew she hated it. She begged me not to tell her mother that, though, so my lips are sealed. I swear, only my angel could have me crying and then laughing a mere moment apart. She held out her hand, inviting me to validate our promise. A pinky promise, I believe she called it. I'm always learning with this kid. I just hope that when she's older, she knows how important her role was in helping to create a brighter future. And hey, maybe she'll even be proud of her old man. Evelyn told me something before I went off to work this morning. Something that turned my world upside down. She's pregnant again. A fact that makes me feel everything. I always felt as though my reason for being was to offer the world my research. Never could I imagine a reality where I am a worthy father to anyone. Surely the best thing I can offer these children is a better world to exist in. What good would I be as a father if I didn't do everything in my ability to give them the life they deserve? I always thought Evelyn was far more capable of love than I was. Yet, once again, I must learn. We only make our own reality to a point. And this is the reality that Evelyn wants. She doesn't get it. I fear she will never get it. Despite all progress we've made since beginning this project, Evelyn has suggested that I take a step away from it, but that would ruin everything. Soon she'll understand. Soon she will see that if I could just make a little more progress, if I could just make it to the end, then things will all make sense. Only then will all of our suffering finally be worth something. But we won't get anywhere at the rate we're going. I need more data. Not just when she's sleeping, but when she's awake too. She has been a little angel, but I just need her to push a little more. We can't stop now. I am so close. It would be best if Evelyn never finds out. Perhaps she doesn't have to. Perhaps we really can make our own reality. I thought it was nothing. Some light tiredness. A bit of nausea. Normal side effects from wearing the halo. But she hasn't been getting better. The doctor said they'd never seen a condition like it. Their exact words. It is as though her brain was dying. My little girl, I realized creation doesn't make a copy of a human's core. Rather, it takes a piece of the original. Fascinating. I can tell that it upsets Evelyn to see me withdraw into my own head like that. But focusing on this discovery was the only thing that helped. After she left the room, in an attempt to hide her tears, the doctor asked me, was there anything unusual that had happened to Liana? I have no choice now but to continue. What kind of father would I be if I gave up hope now? Her condition is terminal. I have been given no choice. I must continue trying to capture her. This is the only way we can save her. The only way I can make this right. This is no time for grief. No. You lost everything. You lost your direction. You lost your family. You lost your mind. She never got to grow. She was so scared. You killed her. And nobody was there for her. You never even went to the funeral. You failed her. You betrayed her. You killed her. I will fix what happened. The only path forward. They found her and used her memory path to pinpoint the location of our home. They took Evelyn. They took my boy. They will not rest until everything we once shared is nothing but an echo of an echo, lost in the fog. But if I am ever to free her from them, there is something from that old world that I need to save. My most prized possession. As long as I hold on to that backup, I have everything I need to help her. I will make this right, even if it kills me. What? Is there somebody behind me? What? Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Her core backup. Wait, no. This is my core? This is how it all started. I will get this core back to you, if it's the last thing I do. A door opens. Behind me? ever since my creation. You've always told me that everything you've done was for us. Playing the story of a man only trying to help his family. But in here, you see the truth. That it wasn't until she got sick, when it was already too late, that you ever tried to help anybody else. An obsession with recreating emotion. Pulled you away from the only real ones you ever had. And now, here you find yourself. Inside the belly of the very beast you created. In hope of what? Forgiveness? You never even told Mother, did you? She still doesn't know what you did. The true story about how her little girl got sick. Her short life brought to an end by the hands of her own father. Severed from her world by the same man sat at her bedside. Oh, Father, what have you done? Hello? I thought I was trying to make a better world for them. But the only thing I ever had to do was be there for them. It's time for you to end this. Who's You're still allowing yourself to be defined by her. But what else am I meant to do? This world tortured me. And it will continue to. Until you face the part of yourself that is still trapped in what happened. Until I face her and create a new story. One that comes from myself. Red connects subjects 72 and 64 using their memory paths. Completed severed. All subjects connected via memory paths. Something and create a new story. Install virus into hyperreality engine. I placed her core back into this long dormant vessel in the hopes that one day it will recontaminate her mind once more. Recontamination initiated. Place her core back into its long dormant vessel. From here on out, it's up to you. The virus. My own cores, to take control of your construct. Use it to reclaim yourself. Once again. Only then can you be free. My angel. Father. Yes, Miss Red? Brother. Yes, big sister? Are you there? Yes. We're here. I never even knew your names. How am I meant to connect to you without ever even knowing your names? You never asked. But would never let me ask. Well, do you know that for certain? I think will only help you if you let them. This is your story, after all. Why don't you give it a try? Give what a try? Asking for help. Is there an Act 3? Father, help. Can't see. I don't know what's happening. The Great Merge is upon us. We're going to pull you out of there. Recontamination ready. Is this Act 3 or is this the ending? Hello? Is this my dreamscape? Is all of this my dreamscape? If this is all my dreamscape, then maybe I could use it to connect with someone. Someone who understands how it feels. Someone to help me leave these old stories behind. Perhaps then I wouldn't need anymore. Can I really do it? Can I really move on from what happened? I've been trapped in this place for years, a subject of stories, created for me. But, perhaps, it doesn't have to be this way. If there really is someone out there who could help me, perhaps then, we could all let her go. Perhaps then, I could create a new story. A story that is truly for myself. Enigma Studio presents Trilateral. There is an Act 3. Dang it. Thought we were done. All right. Oh, this game is exhausting. Okay. Act 2, much stronger than Act 1. There was much less what number I'm thinking. There was much less like walking through large open areas. There was still some, and that still sucks, but the focus on the story, the focus on the puzzles, the focus on the emotions of the father, the mother, the son, and the daughter, the focus on like bringing the old stories to light. Really good. I love the implication, or I guess the realization that the prized possession was the daughter's core backup. I think that was really good. I think that the revelation that the father is what caused the daughter's sickness is really good. There's a lot of like recontextualization, and that's really good. I like that a lot. I think altogether it's much stronger than Act 1. Some of the pitfalls of Act 1, the timing, having to manage your time because you only have 20 seconds, the combat where am I getting attacked from, the combat where it's like, here's a corridor full of enemies, and I'm like, why is there a corridor full of enemies? Some of those pitfalls are still in Act 2, and I wish that they weren't. I wish that the game was more straightforward. I feel like the corridor shooter mechanic really out of place, and I wish that the time segment was much less strict. The second act is giving me like a lot of the things that I asked for from Mothered. I want to know what is happening in the mom's mind. I want to know what is happening in the dad's mind. I want to know the psychology of the characters. But to get to it, you have to go through this infuriating, like, you only have 20 seconds. You've got to fight off all of these enemies and get to the button before before you get disconnected. And the game is just so much more fun when you cheat, when you give yourself more time, when you give yourself a gun, when you just like do not interact with the core mechanics of the gameplay loop. It is so much more fun when you just use a time cheat and a gun cheat and just blow through everything. And that is really not what you want for your game. You want the core gameplay loop to be satisfying. You want it to be fun. And this is just not fun, right? All right. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish up ranting. I'm going to cut the recording here. I'll be back in the next video with Trilateral. Hopefully that's the last act and I'm not playing this game forever. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you all for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.